This is the BLUETTI Solar Generator AC300 and B300K Expansion Battery. And for anyone looking for a powerful backup energy solution for home or off-grid adventures, I think this setup deserves your attention. When I first received this product, I was honestly a bit overwhelmed by its size and all the ports. I wasn't sure if it would be too much for my needs or if I could really make use of all its features. But after spending real time with it, using it on outdoor trips, during a home blackout, and while running sensitive gear, my thoughts became a whole lot clearer. Let me start by sharing what it looks and feels like. This thing is big and solid, no doubt. The AC300 and the B300K battery combined weigh over 100 pounds, and you feel it as soon as you try to move them. The shape is like two large heavy boxes. The AC300 is the inverter module where all the outputs live, and the B300K is the battery pack. They connect together by thick cables that click and lock into place, making it pretty safe and secure. Up front, the AC300 sports a touchscreen with big, clear readings for battery percentage, input and output power, and some physical buttons for quick access. Every port is well labeled, so it's not hard to figure out what goes where. 6 AC outlets for normal appliances, USB ports for your phone and gadgets, a car port, and a big 30A outlet for RV or heavy-duty devices. On top, there are wireless charging pads for phones or earbuds. The build is rugged with a high-quality finish, clearly made for both home backup and travel use. But do keep in mind, unless you have someone to help, moving this around is not easy at all. From my experience, setting this up was surprisingly straightforward, though I did double-check the manual a few times just to be safe. Connecting the inverter to the expansion battery took only a few minutes, and there are lock knobs on the cable connections. If you don't lock these, the whole system just won't start. Charging is quick for a battery this size. BLUETTI claims you can top up to 80% in about 45 minutes if you have the maximum solar or wall input. I tried both, and using 2 sets of solar panels under strong sun, I saw the battery charge percentage go up noticeably every half hour. Plugging into AC power at home wasn't as fast, but still impressive. Actually using this day to day, I was curious how it would hold up. The main thing I wanted was a reliable way to power my telescope, heater, and some small electronics at remote locations. I didn't want noisy gas generators. The AC300 handled all that easily. Over 7 nights on one trip, I charged everything from laptop batteries to the telescope's mount, a dew heater, cameras, and my phone, all together, drawing about 10% of the battery for each night's session, even in freezing winter conditions. BLUETTI says its life before battery is rated for over 3,500 charge cycles and works between 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, 32 to 104 degrees Celsius. I tested it down to -12 degrees CV just to see what would happen. Not something the manual suggests, but it powered right through those cold nights. The key features that really impressed me started with capacity and expandability. So out of the box, you get 27 and 64.88 watt, meaning if you're only powering lights, computers, or a CPAP machine, you have loads of runtime. But you can add up to 3 more batteries, expanding to over 11,000 hours. That's enough to back up your fridge, router, lights, some fans, or even run an RV for days. All the ports let you hook up basically any type of device without needing extra adapters. The AC converter runs pure sine wave output, which is safer for sensitive electronics like computers or medical equipment. I also use the dedicated RV port from time to time to power tools or even charge an EV. The versatility is just awesome. It works with smart home tech too. I connected it to my phone using the BLUETTI app via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which gives full control over outputs and lots of settings right from the screen. Even after a week of heavy use, the display kept me updated on everything. What makes this setup really stand out for me is the peace of mind it gives. There's a 24/7 uninterruptible power supply feature. When set up by a licensed electrician, this means that if your home loses power, the AC300 instantly takes over and your critical appliances keep running. It's especially useful if you have a fridge full of food or someone who depends on medical gear at home. Still, this system isn't perfect. Let me be real about a few things I struggled with. Its weight is a serious issue if you plan to move it often. At over 100 pounds, carrying it upstairs or loading it into a car solo is out of the question for me. I'd recommend keeping it in one spot, like your garage or camper. Portability just isn't the strength here. It's technically portable, but not in the sense you'd casually pick it up for a picnic. The upfront cost is significant as well. It might be out of reach for folks with a tight budget, though if you need this kind of reliability long-term, I think it justifies the price. As for the display, it's easy to read most days, But in direct sunlight, there's a glare and some angles are hard to read, especially if you're outdoors. The last thing, setting up the whole home ups is not a plug-and-play process. You'll definitely need a professional, which is an extra cost and something to plan for ahead of time. In conclusion, the BLUETTI AC300 and B300K is a reliable, powerful backup system that's packed with features for both home use and bigger adventures. If you need high capacity, expandability, and the flexibility to power everything from phones to a whole RV, this is the real deal. From my experience, it delivers what it promises and does so quietly, safely, and efficiently. I'd recommend this for anyone who values backup power at home or spends time off-grid, as long as you're okay with the size and upfront investment. If you found this quick review helpful, please subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below if you have questions or want to share your own experiences. Thank you for watching.